Welcome back to the deep dive. So today, well, we're tackling something pretty fundamental, aren't we? Money. We're doing a deep dive based on the text. From whips to wages, money, power, and the quest for a compassionate economy. And our mission really is to get past that standard view of money as just neutral, a tool for exchange. We want to explore how it actually functions as a system of power, maybe even coercion.
Exactly. And that leads us right into, well, a huge historical question. How did society shift? How did we move from, ruling people with the threat of actual violence, the literal whip, to controlling them with something seemingly invisible, the wallet?
The wallet as a tether, that's a powerful image.
It really is. It's about a shift from external physical control to something more internal, psychological. It shapes pretty much everything about modern life.
Okay, so let's unpack the history first. Early on, power structures were, well, pretty brutal.
Absolutely. Think direct fear. Slavery, tributes demanded forced labor. It was visible coercion.
You obeyed, or you faced the consequences. Directly. The text calls it the literal whip. No ambiguity there.
But that kind of direct oversight, it has limits, right?
Mhm.
Especially when empires grow. You just can't watch everyone everywhere all the time.
It's inefficient.
Highly inefficient. And this is where money starts to emerge, not just for trade, but as a really clever technology, a technology for governing at scale.
How so? How does it allow that scaling?
Well, rulers could standardize things,
Yeah.
make demands across vast territories,
Yeah.
extract resources without needing an army on every doorstep.
And the key mechanism.
Boom, you're integrated. Pulled into the state-controlled economic sphere, whether you wanted to be or not.
And this wasn't just some accidental byproduct. The text mentions colonial powers using this quite deliberately.
Oh, absolutely. The example of French administrators in Africa is stark. They imposed head taxes, payable only in French francs.
Not just for revenue, but explicitly.
Explicitly, quote, for mobilizing resources. They knew it would force villagers out of subsistence farming and into wage labor on plantations or infrastructure projects just to earn those francs.
Wow. Okay, so currency plus taxation. It becomes this subtler instrument of control.
Less overtly violent than the whip, for sure. But the coercion is still there, woven into the fabric of survival. You have to participate.
That's the invisible tether. It binds you to the system.
It really does. And that sets the stage perfectly for the modern era, doesn't it?
It does. Which brings us to wage labor. We talk about being free in a legal sense, no more slavery or serfdom, which is huge, obviously. But the text argues that for most people lacking independent wealth, that freedom is, well, conditional.
Very conditional. Because the threat shifts. It's no longer the master's whip, but the whip in this